Hello, I am so pleased to be here with you today. My name is Sofia Martinez. If you're new to the channel, this is Awakening Wisdom. I am an ontological coach and a HeartMath mentor, a spiritual guide, and a meditation guide. And I'm here to empower you in connecting with your heart and embracing the power of love within you to clear blocks and live a life of purpose, of peace, of inner balance, and joy. And so let's begin because today I have a beautiful topic that I think and I believe everybody can relate to and with. And it's how to make a decision when you're doubting and overthinking. And the first thing that I want to tell you is to just resignify your relationship with overthinking and doubting yourself and not being able to make a decision, because uncertainty it's a natural part of being human. Just feeling uncertain, it's a natural part of being human beings. So just I want to plant that seed of relating with your fear and with your doubts in a different way, in a new way that it's more compassionate, understanding that feeling uncertain is just a natural part of your journey, and that of course the other aspect is that feeling uncertain about your life, about the decisions, the choices, that then you start to project fear. It's like, am I going to make the right decision? It's also a natural way of the human experience, because you want to make a choice that is serving you. And sometimes, because you don't see and can't perceive the future, you, in a way, it's what it feels scary. And also, it's a part of life. And so, just embrace your feeling uncertain and to begin to shift and resignify your relationship to your doubt and your uncertainty, instead of being mad or frustrated at yourself, thinking that you should know better. You should know and not feel scared. No, embrace yourself, because, feeling uncertain, it's a natural. Acknowledge your feelings, acknowledge and validate how you're feeling. That's the first step. The second step is to pause and breathe. I invite you to just take a moment to just put some music and shake, go for a walk, go and do some exercise, move the body, move the energy. So you begin to shift the energy from your mental body to your physical body to your embodiment. And also begin to breathe and breathe in. I'm going to invite you to breathe in a way that this is going to support you to calm down your nervous system. So, you're naturally breathing and you expand your belly as you're breathing in, and you contract your belly as you're breathing out. You're going to do the opposite thing. You're going to inhale and you're going to bring your belly inwards, and as you exhale, you're going to push your belly outwards. And so that you do it like 3-4 times until you notice that your nervous system starts to calm down. And so the third step is to identify the source of your doubt. What is it specifically that you're having doubts about? Where these doubts are coming from? Is it based from past experiences? Is it fear of the unknown? Is it external influences? Understand what is the the oh my God, the reason for that doubt. What is it that you're doubting about? Is it past experience, fears? Maybe people have, you started asking people and people were telling you all their own choices and that confuse you. So it's like about coming back to what is your own personal needs. And so just identify the source of your doubt. The fourth step is list your options. Make a list of your options. And so when you have them written down, you're gonna go through them, and then from there you're gonna start to feel and come back to that clarity of like what is most in alignment with you. The other trick that I have is to tune into my body. So let's say you have option A and option B. I imagine that I am stepping into option A and I'm starting to walk, and I bring that option to my lower belly and I start to walk, imagining that that would be my life. And I start noticing and paying attention how my body feels and how my energetic levels feel. And then I release, I shake, and I do the same thing with the option B. And so I imagine that I'm living that life from that place, and I start paying attention how my body feels and how my energy feels, and if shifted. Sometimes I realize that your body knows and your heart knows. So, and your soul knows the way, your heart knows the way. And so when I do that exercise, it gives me a clear, the body, it gives me a clear response. Maybe the mind needs the rationality of that list, but through the body, I know. And sometimes in paper, perhaps the option looks really well, but when I do and I tune in into the energy, then I tune into something that the mind doesn't know, because the mind functions from past experiences. And so, to give you an example, I remember I made a choice. I had a choice between two jobs, and they were both feeling very exciting, but there was one that I was kind of unsure about, and I didn't know what it was. And I made this exercise. I tuned into the one job, and I imagined that I was there going every day. And slowly I started to feel like how my body was like going like this, and my energy was decreasing and depleting. And then my mind started to feel like really um, like full. And I realized it's like, oh, this is how I'm gonna feel like when I start working here, overworked and drained. And when I did the option of the other one, I started to feel like really vitality, like feeling connected, elevated, excited. And of course, too, like there was a sense of like expansion, and like I started to understand it's like, okay, this is a yes for me, and the other one was a no. And if I went through my head and made a choice with my head, perhaps I would have gone to the other one, but I wasn't aware of all these energetic other options that I wasn't aware of. And I use this practice to when there's doubt in my mind. And but then the next piece is trusting yourself, trusting your body, and trusting the information that has come through, that sometimes your mind is going to be like, oh, you made it up, or like this and that. So it's just like staying anchored and making the choice that you're trusting that experience that you had. And so making this decision to connecting with your heart and choosing from your heart, tuning into your intuition, you can ask yourself which option aligns most with your values and long-term goals. and that might give you a clear indication. Sometimes I also ask, what would love do? And so that also gives me a clear answer. And another step to support you is consider the worst case scenario, okay? Because sometimes it's like you don't want to make the wrong decision. That's when doubt comes up. And so, okay, if I choose this, what would be the worst case scenario? What is the worst thing that can happen? And if I choose this, what is the worst thing that I can happen? And in doing that, you begin to realize that whatever the scenario is, you're in present moment and you make choices. You make different choices and new choices that you deal with it. And so sometimes we get paralyzed with fear, and it's just the worst case scenario helps the mind to move a little bit forward instead of staying frozen by fear. You help your mind to realize that it has the resources. You have the resources within yourself to move through whatever challenge you will be faced if the worst case scenario, that is one option in infinity, would happen. um, and so you begin to alleviate the outcomes and those fears about that certain outcome. And so the next piece is that put a date to make a decision, because sometimes if you are in the overthinking and doubting yourself, you might make the decision and then 3 minutes later or a day later you make choose something else. So if that happens to you, uh, make a decision, let's say choose A, and start feeling how you are feeling with that decision. That will also give you a clear information. Um, so let's say, to give you a clear example, it's like, okay, I have until the end of the month and now I'm making choice A. And so you have, let's say, a week until the end of the month. Notice how you're feeling through that week with that choice that you just made. And that will give you a clear indication. And this piece I have mentioned before is trusting yourself. Whatever decision that you're making is the right decision. So trust yourself. You have the wisdom to make the right decision and the choices for yourself. So believe in your ability to navigate uncertainty, and that whatever life is bringing, it's supporting you in your expansion, in your experience of more love, and the realization of your highest potential. And so trust in yourself. And so to bring this whole video to closure, decision making sometimes can be challenging. And so, once again, embrace the feeling of fear of uncertainty and making the wrong decision. Trust in yourself, trust in your natural resources and in your inner resources to move through it. Acknowledge your emotions, acknowledging the feelings that come up, and acknowledge that sometimes you just don't know what you don't know. And that's why you're making a choice to have an experience, and that you have the resources within you to make that experience, whatever choice you're making, because life is about experiencing and learning through that experience. And so, whatever choice that you're making is the right choice. Trust yourself. I gave you a bunch of different resources to make a conscious choice and an effective choice that is in alignment for you and your vision and your values and what is important for you and what you need. And understand that all opportunity and all experience is an opportunity of growth and learning about yourself. And just invite gratitude. gratitude that if you're doubting, is that because you have options and life is giving you all these options. So also invite the practice of gratitude and to begin to shift your relationship with uncertainty as well. Sometimes when we're expanding, there's fear that comes up. So gratitude, it's a really beautiful way to begin to relate with uncertainty and with growth in a new way, in a way that it begins to calm and ease and soothe the fear or anxiety that might come up. And so, thank you for joining me on this journey of empowerment. If you found this video helpful, I am gonna invite you to subscribe to the channel, to share the video to somebody that you feel and that you know that it might support. And I'll see you next time. May you find clarity and peace on your journey and on your path and shine brightly. And to finish, I want to invite you to different things that you'll find on my website as resources. If you want to continue this journey of gaining a deeper sense of clarity in your life, I invite you to connect with me at connect@sofiamartinezcoaching.com for one-on-one coaching sessions that might provide you with a more personalized experience. I also have a bunch of resources on my website. The one being that if you subscribe to my newsletter, you receive the sacred Embrace Your Sacred Nature that has different rituals to deepen your connection with yourself. And then you're also gonna find on my first homepage, the Unlock Your Potential is a beautiful experience of connecting with your purpose and what inspires you and want to bring forward into the world. And then if you go under courses, I have creating your vision and bringing your vision into your life. This is a free course. It's a beautiful course to start bringing your vision into your everyday life and using your vision as a compass as well, to make decisions. And then my new course is The Art of Heart Flow Living. It's a course that connects you and teaches you tools to connect with your heart and connect with the wisdom and the intuition of your heart and start making choices from your heart center and living and creating a heart centered life. And so there's lots of things and resources there to support you in your journey. I send you a big love and share with me the comments and what has resonated in this video. Sending you a big love. Bye bye.